Good morning, future fellow weirdo of the flock. Welcome. Did you take your medicine? Okay. Well, while you're taking your medicine, I'm going to tell you what happened. David died. Okay. But before he died, he wanted to let everyone know how tender Solomon is and how he needs their help. And they are to help him because Solomon, yeah. And then David died and Solomon became king. And that's where we are picking up. It's a whole new book. A whole new book. So it's 36 chapters long. It's going to be fun. It is. It's going to be fun. So I am Nikki K the Great. And this is the party pit. So, come on in. Stop right there. Behind this coffee and protein powder, there's a pot of keep other people alive juice. If you make the last cup, you make a new pot. We had this problem. So just make a new pot of coffee and we'll all be good. Yates. And then come this way. Dustin bought us a pack of cigarettes. And I lost my weed. So we're smoking Dustin's bowl. It is something called Moon Rocks. It is weed rolled in weed. That's rolled in weed again and then rolled in weed one more time. So this is what we're smoking today. Let's try not to get too retarded, right? So let's get ready to smoke it, drink it, read it. Have good time. All right. So we are on the second book of Chronicles, chapter 1, starting with King Solomon. Hold on. We're looking on my yellow board of kings. Look, all these losing ass lottery tickets. I tried. I tried to play the lottery. Oh, this was the last time I was in the hospital for like 3 days. That was like a month ago. 2 months ago or something. I was in the hospital for a hot second. Severe dehydration. I did it to myself, though. Because I spend all my time drinking keep other people alive juice. But anyway, we're on our King Solomon. Solomon. I think I did a good job. I think I'm going to leave it just like that. Watch it's going to fall. All right, chapter 1. And Solomon, the son of David, was strengthened in his kingdom, and the Lord, his God, was with him and magnified him exceedingly. When I was on Discord, I knew a guy called Magnify. I mean, if I know him on the internet, is that like know him? Like I know that guy, because I might not know that guy. But I knew a guy with that name. I knew that guy. Then Solomon spoke to all the vampires. to all the judges and all the governors, all the vampires, and their chief fathers. So Solomon and everybody with him went to the high place that was on Gibeon, the one that David was scared of. Okay, so they're at God's high place. God has a high place. You have a high place. Look, I'm trying to understand. Don't strike me dead, big guy. Listen, I want to know what happened. So, we're going to know what happened. So, they went to the high place that David was scared of. Hold on, at Gibeon. For there was the meeting house was there, which Moses, the servant of the Lord, made in the wilderness. Man, this has lasted a long fucking time. Is this the same tent? Man, if this is the same tent, oh man, big guy. And, they have a problem upgrading things. So I'm wondering, was this meeting tent rugged? It was probably rugged and ragged. Okay. Was there a hole in the roof? It seems like there would be a hole in the roof. I don't know. But God's suitcase, which David had brought from Kiriath Jearim to the place which David had prepared for he had pitched a tent for it in Jerusalem. Okay. So God's suitcase is still in the tent in David's backyard. Moreover, the brazen altar that Bezaleel, the son of Uri, had made, he put before the tabernacle of the Lord, and Solomon and the vampires sought to it. And Solomon went up there to the altar, which was at the meeting place. So God's first tent. God's first crashing pad. So he could live with the people. Remember, they made this whole tent so God could hang out. And then they treated him like shit. Like he didn't live with them. Like he wasn't in the tent and they didn't see him. That shit pissed me the fuck off. Anyway. So Solomon and them went up to God's first tent. Okay, and they put an altar before it. And Solomon is so fucking extra. Man, he's so extra. Listen to what he did. Oh my God. Is this what you want? Like, look, big guy. I don't know how to kill animals. I don't. I mean, I know the rules because I read them, but that's not my thing, dude. I've pretty much sacrificed everything to read this book. Does that count? Does that count? Because I'm telling you what, I have no friends and my husband hates me. Does that count? Oh my God. Literally, reading this book has ruined my personal relationships. I mean, I'm doing good. I've only been kicked out like 12 times. So I guess that's not really a sacrifice. What? But it is a sacrifice to say sorry for things you didn't do because you read the book. Like, why do you read the book? It's like, because I promised God I was going to read the book, man. You can break promises to anybody you want, but you can't break a promise to God. Ah, does that count? Dear God, I hope it counts. Let it count. Because I have no friends and my husband hates me. Uh, oh, I'm so fucked. Okay, so they were at the altar before God's first tent, and Solomon, so extra, he offered 1,000 burnt offerings. What? You're like, no, I'll give you a hug, but don't fucking kiss me, Nikki. I hate this shit. Okay. Okay, so they offered 1,000 offerings. In that night, God appeared to Solomon and said to him, "You were so fucking extra, dude. Listen, you were so extra. But because you're extra, I was wondering, what else do you want? Because, I mean, you offered 1,000 offerings for no real reason. So I feel like I should do something for you. So what do you want?" And Solomon was like, I don't know. And God's like, well, like, am I wasting my time? You did all this extra shit. Obviously, you want something. So what is it that you want? And Solomon, in his awesomeness, and by the way, he looks like Chris Barnes from 6 Feet Under. I told that to Valhalla Waits. And of course, he pulls up the ugliest picture of Chris Barnes, which is not fair. And I don't know why that's the first picture that pops up, but it is. But anyway, I feel like Solomon looks like that guy with like a bigger beard. Okay. So anyway, looking like Chris Barnes talking to God. Like, okay, I know what I want. Are you ready? And God's like, I'm ready, hurry the fuck up. And Solomon's like,
I want wisdom. Yeah. I want to be able to do things. You know, like judge people. But with your blessing, I could like judge people. But I could do it right.
and God's like, are you sure? I mean, that's a thing. That's something people ask for. No, it's not. Are you sure? Because I don't know if you're sure. And Solomon's like,
I'm sure. I'm so excited. Oh my God. I'm gonna die. Oh, forget about it. That's what I want. All that other shit is spaghetti. Like money and girls. Have you seen me? I get any girl. I write them songs. But I want wisdom. Yeah, that's what I want. And God's like,
God's like, okay, if that's what you want, all right. Okay. So, then Solomon came from his journey. Wait. Uh, and God's like, okay, and I will give you everything, wealth, girls, uh, whatever you want. Because, wow, like, you blew God's mind, Solomon. Solomon, you blew my mind. Like, you'll be picking up pieces of my skull for the rest of your life because, wow. Yeah, yeah. You can have wisdom, and I'll give you everything else because, I swear myself, that's the most awesome thing. Yeah. So, hurry up and go before I don't change my mind. Oh my God. Ah, you little Chris Barnes looking mofo. Fuck yeah. Yeah, so go. And then Solomon came from his journey to the high place that was at Gibeon to Jerusalem before the tabernacle of the congregation and reigned over Israel. So he went to God's suitcase, and Solomon gathered chariots, horsemen, thou 1,400 chariots, 12,000 horsemen, which he placed in chariot cities, and with the king at Jerusalem. So he's like, y'all go here and y'all go here. And the king made silver and gold at Jerusalem as plenteous as stones and cedar trees. As he had. Okay, so he had all sorts of trees, like all sorts of trees, and horses he brought from Egypt, linen and yarn. The king's merchants received the linen and yarn at a price. Okay, so they didn't go pillage. They actually went and paid for the shit. And they're like, fuck yeah, we'll pay for this. And they fetched up and brought forth from Egypt a chariot. They paid 600 shekels of silver and a horse for 150. So they brought the horses. So they, wait. So they paid for horses for 150 shekels. And so they brought out horses for all the kings of the Hittites and the kings of Assyria by their means. So they went and bought shit for other people also. So they were taking orders. They were like, yeah. So they went out and took orders from other countries for horses. Man, he does a good job. So they had a horse delivery service. Awesome. So, all right, you know what? We're gonna pause right here. We're gonna get a refill, go pee, check on our cats, smoke a cigarette, and I don't know, try to find the weed that is sitting around here somewhere and repack the bowl. We will be right back. Please help me find my weed. Okay.
Lady, go!
All right. So we are on chapter 2. Okay. And Solomon returned to build God a house. And Solomon told about 70,000 men to bear burdens and 80,000 to hew in the mountain and 3,600 to oversee them. And Solomon went to Haran. Haram. This is HU. So would it be Huram? It doesn't have a pronunciation. But Haram is Haram. And this one is Huram, Huram. Huram. I'm going to guess it's Huram. Oh, that's his name. Okay. So we'll call him Huram. The king of Tyre, saying, as you dealt with David, my father, and did send him cedars to build a house to dwell in, even so deal with me. So you treated my dad good. You bought my dad a house. So do you think you can build me a house? Um, and he continued, I built and got a house with all the other stuff you sent. Uh, uh, so I'm building got a house and there's like a ritual place in it and like it's a whole bunch. So like, can you build me a house while I build him a house? It's a whole thing. And the house which I built is gonna be so fucking cool. Like, it's not gonna be 2 stories or anything, but it's gonna be bigger than a mountain. It's gonna be so extra. Listen, big guy, his house is gonna look so good, which is why I need you to build me a house. I mean, I might not physically be building God's house, but I got people for that. And I was wondering if you had people for me a house because, there's ghosts in here. And like my dad killed some hookers and he left them in this room. And now they're haunting the place. So build me a house, please. Okay. But listen, who who can really build him a house though? He does like to couch surf. But my dad, he made it such a big deal. Oh my god. Like you wouldn't believe. Like That was his last words. Bill got a house. Wasn't I love you? It wasn't you're so great. It was like, don't be scared. Bill got a house. So I should probably build got a house because anytime now he's gonna retire, my dad said. So maybe he should have a place to go. So I'm giving him a place. Okay. Look, go ahead and send it now. And also, I need like skilled people for sure. Okay. So also send me cedar for algum trees from Lebanon because I know that your servants are the fucking best. Listen, nobody can do it like you guys. So will you do it? Please. Because my dad did everything, but there are some, like my house. But I also need them to make God's house bigger. What do you think? Good idea. Okay. Behold, I will give you anything you need, like anything you need, right? A food, whatever you need. And the king of Haran answered, and he said, okay, whatever you need for God, yes, yes, whatever you need, yes. And then Hiram said, bless your God, because I heard he is awesome. I mean, we got our own God and everything, but your God is good, right? Like, your God does great things, and our God does decent things, but nothing like yours. And we do need stuff. Okay. We do need stuff, and God is good. And I sent you great people. I sent you the son of the woman, uh, the son of the woman from Dan. His father was a man of Tyre, skillful to work in gold and silver, brass, iron, whatever you need, he will do it. Even engraving. Look, he is such a good guy. Look, I'm sending you all sorts of cunning people that my dad used. And because I love your dad, I'll send you whatever you need. But again, I need like food and stuff. I sent you over 1,000 men for every part of everyone. Or every I sent you skilled men and everything you need to build you a house. Now, send me some food and oil, and I'll send you all the trees you want. Just send us some food. So Solomon took the men and treated them well, uh, and brought them food. There were 40, no, 60, 70,000 of them to be bearers of burdens, and 80,000 to hew in the mountain, and 3,600 overseers to set the people to work. So Hiram, and the original was Hiram, so Hiram, and this would be Huram. So those are the kings of Tyre, while his dad was Hiram. And Huram here is the king of Tyre. And Solomon's like, my daddy is good to you. Be good to me. I need a house. And Huram's like, send me some food and I'll send you whatever you want. And we are going to end right there. And we will be back tomorrow after my best friend calls. I'm going to do day 3, which might be the rest of the defense. No, it'd be jury questions for the lady. No, they sent jury questions already. And it might be closing arguments today. I'm trying to remember the trial, but I think it's going to be closing arguments today, which is exciting. So after I get this phone call taken care of, I will be back with day 3 of this evil woman's trial that she's blaming her son and her disabled husband. Yeah, it's some shit for real. It's crazy. And I will be back in a few. I love you. Thank you for watching. Bye.